Hello, this is Mechi. We frequently hear about vitamins being used in supplementation, but we seldom hear about minerals. Do you know that even though minerals only make up 4% of our body, they are indispensable for many functions, such as for iron is needed for the blood, iodine is needed for thyroid, and you need copper to absorb iron. And bone will need things like calcium, phosphorus, boron, and silicon is needed in skin. And then your hormone, vitamin production, immunity, muscle function, nerve transmission, nerve signal transmission, the energy production, tissue structure, cell permeability, they all require minerals to work properly. And minerals are like your worker ants in an ant colony. You know how ants work in a colony. They make sure everything that the colony needs to function properly is handled efficiently. So they are like catalysts that speed up chemical reactions so that digestion and healing can occur more rapidly. Well, some people is going to say, I'm going to get my minerals from food. Well, there's a lower chance of this happening nowadays because mineral deficiencies is huge. Up until the industrial expansion of the 19th century, the cycle of minerals was mainly undisturbed. But nowadays, what we see is increasing water and air pollution, intensive farming, deforestation, and we eat highly processed and refined foods. So all these have depleted the natural availability of dietary minerals. So today we are going to talk about the 4th most plentiful mineral in the body. And we seldom heard about being mentioned in most commercial supplements. So give a guess what we are going to talk about today. Okay, so it's sulfur. The supplement we are going to talk about that gives sulfur is called Sulfurzyme. Well, Sulfurzyme has no enzyme in it, even though there's a zyme ending here. And in case you're wondering, it looks like that. It's just a small capsule and it's mostly soluble in water, which is good because MSM is soluble in water. And I've tried other brands where the MSM in the capsule, it just doesn't dissolve, meaning there's a lot of excipients to make up the bulk and it's not necessary. So, and the reference I'm going to make this sharing is from this book, The MSM Miracle by Dr. Dale. MSM represents methylsulfonylmethane. As you know, it's a long name, so we are going to shorten it and just refer it to as MSM. So, consider 2 issues regarding sulfur. First is whether the food is obtained, your food is obtained from mineral balanced soil or from overfarmed or polluted soil. And then consider that sulfur is in animal protein foods and unprocessed vegetables. So the key is unprocessed. Means like things like onions or garlic, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli, but you can't cook them because most of the volatile MSM present in these vegetables, they are lost during the process of cooking or steaming. And the profile of MSM is very similar to water. So you are unlikely to overdose with MSM, and the recommended dose is 2 to 6 grams a day. Now, why do we need sulfur? There are 2 concepts you need to understand, and once you got this, you will know why supplementing your sulfur is a big deal. Firstly, MSM is converted to methionine and cysteine, which are proteins. So proteins are basically chains of amino acids linked by what is called peptide bonds. Okay. So assuming this is an amino acid, this is an amino acid, and then there's a bond here. These are the peptide bonds. This is another amino acid. Then you have another linkage here. So basically, if you don't have sulfur linkages, right, the proteins cannot hold their structure. Okay, and then second thing to consider is sulfur provides flexibility, okay, to cell membranes and allow fluids to pass through the tissue more easily. And then if you block all this cross-linking or bonding of collagen, you will get tough, aching skin. Imagine your cells, they're all rigid like this pen here. It's going to be unhealthy cells. And methionine must be supplemented from food or from this supplementation because it's called an essential amino acid. What does that mean? It means that the body cannot make it. And if you don't have it, it could be disastrous, and then you could have a lot of physical disorders and eventually death. So if you want to build a new cell, you need sulfur as a necessary raw material. And we can only use organic sulfur from MSM, which is a safe, natural, assimilable food derived from the ocean. So from what we discussed above, you can see how MSM has very important roles. Well, how important is it? As long as you need to build cells, you need MSM. It's present everywhere. It's in keratin, in skin, it's in the hair, the nails, your collagen for cartilage and connective tissue, body protein, your B vitamins, and detox, because it contributes to glutathione, your skin detox, and a whole range of functions. So we'll be talking more about sulfur and the other compounds in our body and how they are linked in my next few sharings over the next few days. So thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.